What up? This is Robert Horry.
Or three-pointer. Buries it!
You might know me as Big Shot Bob.
To Horry for three. Oh, unbelievable. This guy is off the charts.
What's going on, Big Shot Bob?
Robert Horry from downtown.
All right, welcome back in. We are in the thick of the NBA season. It is officially underway. This is the Shoot Around. It is our Friday bonus show. If you ever have something for us, something that we missed on the Tuesday show, something you want us to discuss, a question for the guys, whatever it is, we're at Big Shot Bob Pod pretty much everywhere. First contribution this week is going to come to us from Candace Ori. And this was a tweet that was screenshotted and sent to us. And you may need to explain this. When Robert Horry retired in 2008, he had sunk the second most three-pointers in NBA history. At 6'10", he was the tallest player in the top 10. And it was you right behind Reggie Miller. Three-pointers made, 320 for Reggie. Three-pointers made for Robert Horry, 261. So, I mean, he still had you by damn 80 or by freaking 60 shots. But, but he shot. Oh, yeah, you guys, oh, damn. You shot a lot more than you made, though. Holy crap.
Well, you ain't got to say it like that.
Oh, no, but you
Hey, but think about it. This day and age, shit, I'm making $400 million.
Yeah,
with
no,
that
that's
kind of
true.
stats.
Yeah. Shooting 329 from behind, 359, whatever it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I didn't realize that.
I didn't
sunk
either.
the second most when you retired in NBA history.
I should have kept playing.
Yeah, you should. Well, look, you had a good 10 more years in you in the LeBron plan. You know, get your ass back in shape. All right. Well, thank you, Candace, for sharing with the show. It's something I did not realize.
That's how much my wife loves me. She's always finding interesting facts about me, trying to push for me to get in the Hall of Fame.
Look, I'm with her, man. Whatever it takes, get the job done. Get that man in the Hall. He deserves it. All right, question's gonna come to us from Darius.
At least get him in the lobby.
Yeah, I mean something. You know what I mean?
Give him a section.
I'll bring
in the
my
lobby
own
somewhere.
jacket. You know, I'm sure they sell those somewhere. Question from Darius: we had a Mariners Blue Jays Game 7 to decide who would move on to the World Series. Congrats, by the way, to the Toronto Blue Jays. Game 1 of the World Series is tonight. Rob, I think you've talked about this before, but as a player, did you love or hate a Game 7? As a fan, I hate, all capitals, hate a Game 7. My nerves are never more than a mess.
I hate Game 7s because anything can happen. But if you're at home, I'm good with them. You know, that on the road is the one where you like, fuck, you know, how is, you know, you're going to eat the right thing before the game. You know, you think about one of the games in Portland we had where the fans were outside the hotel till 5 in the morning, keeping up noise. And there's all little things like that, you know. So it's just a weird thing, Game 7s, because anything can happen. Because you think about it, you can have a guy who never shoots the ball well. All of a sudden, he comes off the bench, he's hot, and you're like, "Fuck, we didn't plan for this." So
right.
I hate Game 7s.
Okay. Harp, as a fan, do you love or hate a Game 7?
Both.
I'm leaning more hate than love, though.
Well, I think I hate it, obviously, if my team is there.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
But,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I love it from an entertainment standpoint, you know, just from the love of the game. Like, for instance,
I loved every minute of that Game 7 with the Jays and the Mariners. I watched a ton of that. I have no vested interest there, but I do love a Game 7 when I am not involved in it in any way. The minute one of my teams is in it, I can't. It's hard for me to watch a Game 7.
And because I cover, and because I'm there, you know, sometimes covering games, like, for instance, let's say for whatever reason in a playoff series, the Hawks have a Game 7. I know how electric that building is going to be because I've seen it before.
Oh, Rob's getting phone calls.
So I like to I like to be in the building and to see that electricity. It's one thing to see it on TV, but it's another to be in the building and be able to witness something like that.
Yeah, I've never been in a building for a Game 7.
You haven't?
No. I've watched tons of them. And I've been to my share of, like, you know, I've been to a World Series game and stuff like that, but never a Game 7 deciding game, like, on the line. No. Never been in the building for one of those. The next question we have for the show came to me from my stepfather. And I told him I was going to bring it up on the show. He's a Yankees fan. He grew up watching Mickey Mantle play baseball and still to this day swears Mickey Mantle's the best baseball player he's ever watched play baseball. He wanted to know, in my generation, is Shohei Ohtani the best baseball player I've ever seen in my generation of watching baseball? And that's a tough question to answer.
Because
He is unbelievable, but I don't know if he's had the body of work to say he's the best ever that I've watched.
You think about the way baseball has changed. You think about if you put Barry Bonds in that position, you put Ken Griffey in that position, where you think about these. I'm talking about two guys who can steal bases too, and where they can just. But then when you throw, try to say, "Oh, well, I'm gonna go out here and pitch," that's what sets him apart from those other two guys.
Yeah,
because he's throwing 100-mile-per-hour fastball.
Oh, yeah, he struck that joker out a 100-mile-an-hour fastball in the first inning, and I was like, what? And then he went out and hit a home run in the bottom, and I was like, you got to be friggin' joking.
So I think I hate to say this because I am the biggest Ken Griffey Jr. fan.
Me and you both, brother.
I just think we are, just for his ability to get up on that mound and throw 100 miles per hour and then get 50-50. It's fucking amazing.
Yeah, and I mean, for them to be in, back-to-back World Series, there's not when it comes to what you pay a guy like that, and obviously he's got his extension, which is very much backloaded. But he did that purposely. I don't think there is a number that you can write on a check that would fit the level of just what he means not only to baseball, but what he means for the LA economy. Like, he's in the second biggest market doing what he's doing. To see him pitch, strike out 10, and then what he hit, like 3 home runs?
3 home runs in that game.
Bro, that's...
Struck out 10 people, pitched 6 innings, and hit 3 home runs. I've never seen anything like that in professional baseball, ever.
And I know people, most professional baseball players will sit up there and say Barry Bonds is the greatest player they've ever seen, regardless of whatever you think about PEDs and steroids and all that. But I think when it's all said and done, we literally could be watching probably eventually. And I know it's a lot of baseball to go.
There is.
But to sit here and watch, we haven't seen anything like this since I ain't watched Babe Ruth. But from what I hear people say, him pitching and hitting. Yeah, like, come on now.
But you also got to think about it. He took 2 years off from pitching because of the surgery. He had 2 surgeries on it, and he comes back still being this good.
Well, and one of the seasons off was his 50-50 season.
Yep.
So it's like the thing that makes me giggle is, and I talked to my stepdad about this. I was like, when we talk about Shohei, it's always like, did you see what he did? And then it's like, we haven't seen anything like that since he did this other thing previously. It's like, so there's always something. He's like trumping himself almost, which is
really.
I mean, genuinely, I think honestly, the game the other night where he pitched and he hit the 3 home runs. I've never seen a professional baseball player ever do anything like that in my life, and I don't know if I ever will again. So it's hard to say that he isn't the best player we've ever watched, because even though his career's really young. And I think, to your point, Harp, they've made back their $700 million on him in the first season.
Oh,
in merchandising, in sales, in ticket sales. And I think that was the number, it popped this week, that they've made back the $700 that they still owe him, by the way, because he's only making, I think, $2 million a season.
And it's because it's backloaded.
I think all of it is backloaded.
But it goes to show you how, foreign countries treat their athletes. We already talked about it on the earlier show, how, foreign players are good in basketball. You think about now, if you get a good pitcher in the States that, you think about all these pitchers that we have in the States were probably the best player on their team as far as hitting and all this. I'll say no. And now, no, you cannot hit anymore. You're too valuable to him. You can only go pitch. And now that's all they focus on. So they lose that ability to hit. And you think about over in Japan, you can hit. Okay, hit. You can throw too? You can throw too. Because every pitcher probably is a great athlete. They probably can get up and swing the bat, but they got out of that stage where they don't want me to hit anymore.
But I also think it's a level of, when it comes to the foreign countries, it's a level of discipline. Whether it be from the Caribbean or whether it be from South America or whether it be from Asia, there is a level of discipline and there's a level of determination that they have that where America would just go off sheer talent and ability, they'll go off talent and ability and work ethic, because we have more here and we take it for granted more than they do.
We have more distractions.
So we have way more distractions. You got people in the islands loving baseball so much, they're playing with sticks and rocks. and they're using so many different things as base pads that they're developing their game with not even half the equipment that we have here. And even sometimes nutrition. Nutrition plays a part in some of these countries even just being healthier than America.
Yeah.
So.
Truth. All right, a question from Giants fan Teddy. This is the New York Giants, I should say. I had to eat some crow with my friends over the weekend in regards to Daniel Jones. I used to talk a lot of crap about this guy, but he's completely turned his career around in Indianapolis. He's doing stuff at 6-1 in a Colts uniform only Peyton Manning has pulled off. Is there a player in any league that you said was washed, and then turned it around and you had to eat some crow about? That's a tough question.
That's a really tough question.
Someone you gave up on. Mm-hmm. The only person I think I've given up on, and it was probably for the wrong reasons, was Ja Morant. That's the only person that comes to mind that I was like, I don't know if he comes back from all this nonsense. And last year he had a pretty damn good season. Now, what his career looks like going forward, I have no idea. And that's, I think, the same thing for Daniel Jones. I mean, whatever the hell his career looks like going forward, we don't know. But he's having a season for the ages. So that's the only guy that came to mind when I read this question.
You know, I if you make me think of that, I think the one guy after he tore his ACL, I said he'd never be the same, Adrian Peterson. And then he came back that following year.
Yeah, because he
was
did.
Like, fuck. I'm like, you know.
Well, he came back like 9 months later.
Yeah, he came back early.
And he was on.
Yeah.
And
he changed the game for everybody. Oh, Adrian Peterson didn't know I got to come back early. Yeah. You know, so everybody thinks they have to come back early. So I think
that's a good one. That's a really good one.
I don't know.
Yeah,
that's a really, really good question.
It's a good question, but it's a tough one to kind of pull out of your off the top of your head. Or it said that person's done or they're washed.
He would never be the same. I thought Adrian Peterson would never be the same, but he came back and like, God dang, you look good.
Yeah, I can't really think of one right now.
I can think of this is a weird one, and I think it's just because of the Giants. Who's the dude that blew his fingers off on the 4th of July?
Pierre Paul.
Pierre Paul. And I thought, I was like, okay, he'll never play again. And he played for several more seasons and was a very efficient player. It was a good player. Got sacks, blocked, tackled. I mean, was like a hell of a good player. That's another one that just popped into my brain, a little dark. But I think after that incident happened, we're like, okay, that's it. Like, your career's over.
That just happened to another player the other day, and it happened to what's my guy from Alabama with the Rams now who just tore his Achilles, Najee.
Oh, Najee Harris.
Because he got it in his eyes. When are these athletes gonna learn? Stay away from fucking fireworks.
Don't mess with fireworks, bro. Don't mess with fireworks.
Yeah.
No, something to think
about.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah.
I think it might be some. If you really deep dive now, I know there's a couple of guys.
There's probably a few. We're not thinking
that came back, and you're like, oh, he came back.
Holy crap. Well, we just brought up the Grizzlies. A question from Alex. Do you guys think the Grizzlies are going to be decent this year?
No.
They never come up on the show. I think they have a pretty decent team, but the West is super crowded. I picked them as a play-in team, Alex says.
No, Alex.
I did not have them on my play-in roster.
No, I don't have them on my
They were, and as noted in the Tuesday show, they were the cheapest in-the-door ticket in the NBA.
And I also think, one, like I said, they got a lot of guys getting hurt at the wrong time, especially for who've been hurt and aren't going to make their season debut and maybe out for some months. And I don't even think Ja is playing because I think he's still dealing with that ankle.
So quick question: outside of Ja, name 2 people on that team
for Memphis.
You can't name Triple J.
Triple J. I was the only person I could think of was Triple J.
Didn't they just trade for Bane? Or did they trade Bane away?
They traded Bane away to
Orlando. They got the 4 first-round picks or something like that.
I'm Googling it.
I can only name one player, KCP.
I was going to say KCP.
Oh, yeah, he is over there.
Oh, big boy who just got caught speeding like a 90 in the cop. What's the big boy from one player of the year twice in college?
And went to Purdue?
Zach Edey.
Yeah.
Edey. Yeah, big
Zach
boy.
Edey's
Zach
there.
Edey.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Triple J. Ty Jerome.
Who he play for?
Ja. Scottie Pippen Jr.
I forgot who was over there.
And a lot of dudes on this roster.
They're not going. I
don't see it.
They're not going to be good. And I also think.
Sorry, Alex.
I think a lot of teams are monitoring Ja Morant's availability as far as trade wise. I just don't think. I think at some point in time, Memphis just needs to probably hit the reset button.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we're sneaking in on that. Question from Aaron. I don't know if this applies to any of us. What's the craziest thing you've ever stolen? I'm asking because of the heist that got pulled off this week at the Louvre. Did you see that?
Yes.
Those dudes. Okay, so
You didn't see that?
You didn't see this? It's the biggest story in the world right now. A bunch
know
of
what I'm
dudes
into.
broke into the Louvre in France, which is
Okay.
like the biggest
Yeah.
museum in France,
Yeah.
and stole the royal crown jewels. Stole
And
Napoleon's crown jewels.
And dropped a crown on the way out.
Dropped a crown on the way out, damaged it, but got away with hundreds of millions of dollars of irreplaceable jewels.
And they haven't been caught.
And they have
No.
not been caught. But they pulled it off. It was like an Ocean's 11 thing because they had
Yes.
like,
Oh, yeah.
they parked in a construction area with a cherry picker, got the cherry picker up to the second window, hopped off on a balcony, used a buzzsaw to get through the window, and got out of there
Yeah.
in 4 minutes.
Yeah, they had to do
in
some.
broad daylight while the museum was open.
Nah, in broad daylight.
Broad
They got
daylight while the
people
museum.
filming them.
Yes. And so now the French government is on a bender to like catch these. Now here's the thing: you steal all that shit. How do you ever sell it?
Yeah, you
can never sell it.
You got some billionaire already on the hook for it. That's just going to have
I
this
guess
private
yes.
collection.
But I mean, like the minute you try to fence it anywhere else, you're caught instantly. So yeah, somebody had to
Well,
put them up to it.
I did not know this was in broad daylight.
Oh yeah, no, it happened during the day. Well, while the
Yeah, that's
museum was
crazy.
open.
And they had motorcycles outside waiting.
Yep, and they hopped on and they got out of there. So the question from Aaron is, "What's the craziest thing we've ever stolen?" You guys, I've never really, I haven't stolen much.
I wanted to really say this was stealing because my mom used to work out of town a lot. And so she would leave money for me in this drawer. My aunt would keep it in the drawer. And I found out where it was. So anytime I needed money, I would go just take it. And then my aunt didn't know. And then my mom comes like, you have the money. And then she'll go get the money. It's like, there's only like $2 left. I left like
There ain't no money
$30
in there.
in there.
Yeah.
So, and then they found out I was stealing it. I'm like, but it's my money. I thought, am I really stealing it?
Yeah, am I? It's just a redistribution of wealth, is all this is.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I don't know.
There was a couple of like those like big surplus stores when I was a kid at the mall, and I can't remember what the hell they were called, but they had like everything in them. And when you were walking out, there was candy just like everywhere on the front, and like nobody watching the front door. And so you could literally just walk out and grab a handful of candy and just walk out. So every now and then I'd be there with my mom and I would have a jacket on and I'd walk out, just grab a handful of candy and stuff it in my pocket and keep walking. And then my mom's like, "Where'd you get that candy?" I'm like, "Oh, I had this. What are you talking about? I just grabbed some at home and threw some in my pockets. What are you talking about? You're crazy." So I just, that's it. But I mean, aside from that, we never stole anything crazy. I was always like petty small shit that you never wanted to steal.
Baseball, still
Yeah,
bases.
baseball cards or something from somebody, you know what I mean? All right.
Yeah, I stole bases while I was playing baseball.
There
That's
you
what I
go.
stole.
All right. Well, look, speaking of
I
baseball.
stole the basketball on the basketball court. That's what I stole.
Very good. You're
I picked off passes when,
you're the
as a defensive back.
you're the patron saint of the sports world.
Yeah, that's what I stole.
All right, look, the World Series does start tonight. We brought it up obviously earlier in the show. Rob, are you going to any of these games for the World Series?
Actually, I am not.
You're not going to anything. No plans, no favors you can call in to.
No, I can call in some favors, but I want to. I don't think I want to.
Have you
No.
you've been to a World Series before?
I've been to
Yeah,
a
you've
couple
been-
World
you-
Series.
Okay.
Yeah. But I think I just, the games are so good that I like sitting at home watching them on my couch. I think these are going to be some high scoring games.
Okay.
I don't know, even though the way the last 3 pitchers that came up for the Dodgers look so fucking good, I don't know if they can hit them, but
Well, that rotation is crazy.
yeah.
Is it what's the most fun championship to go watch? Because I imagine the Super Bowl is not as much fun in person as it is on TV. You know what I mean? I've never been to a Super Bowl, but it doesn't look like it's a lot of fun to be at.
I think college football.
A college football championship?
Because there's so much that goes around it that's
and there's
just
so
like
much energy, yeah.
yeah, and it's not all corporate like all the professional sports are. It's mostly corporate.
I'll tell you what, though, the World Series is good.
Yeah.
Like we went to the Braves World Series here when it was
Yeah.
here. That place was you could feel the buzz in there. Like it reminded me of watching that Blue Jays game the other night with Game 7. You could feel like that Toronto buzz just coming through the TV on every pitch. Like that's a wild.
I think
a wild thing
because it's just one game, so you got to get it all in and enjoy that one game. So, but if you ever get a chance to go when it's in a good city in the college, like man, it was Yeah, I think that. But even though, don't get me wrong, when they had the Super Bowl back in 2001, 2 or 3, down here in San Diego, I had the time of my life with the parties.
Well, the parties are different, though. Yeah, like the Super Bowl is probably the most fun place to party. But the game itself, the Super Bowl to me feels like most of the people in the stands are like sponsors and corporate. Like there's not a ton of like fans. Like if it's when it was who the hell was playing a few years ago? The Rams and whoever the hell they played. The Eagles and the Chiefs or whatever. Like that. None of those games felt like there were a ton of Eagles fans or a ton of Chiefs fans there. It just felt like it was just like, oh, I got to go, so I'm going. I got to pass.
Well, the Super Bowl tends to be it's
a corporate event. It's a very corporate event. Yeah.
Outside of the things that are surrounding it, that's where you're going to see a ton of your fans.
Yeah, the outside parties.
Now, I'll tell you what, when it comes to the outside stuff, outside of the game, don't sleep on NBA All-Star Weekend. I've been to a couple of them, and obviously depending on the city. But, NBA All-Star Weekend, when it comes to the events, it's something serious.
Well, because, let's be honest, NBA players bring out a certain type of crowd compared to like football, baseball. If you have to rank it, if you're going to go to an All-Star game, NBA is first, then football, which they don't have anymore.
They don't have it.
Yeah, then maybe baseball, then hockey.
Yeah, baseball All-Star.
I'm not
American sports.
Yeah. I'm not thrilled about your crowd, a certain kind of crowd that the NBA brings out.
I am a married man, so I can't look anymore. I had to keep my head down, a la Doug Christie, and just keep it moving forward. But
and then just mutter yourself.
Oh my God!
Just the whole time, just walking through the crowd, going,
I mean, damn.
but he is right. Now I will say this:
what was the one? The preacher? This pubic hair.
Yeah, I got him. Hold on, wait.
Cellulite hanging in pubic hair.
Rob's descriptor of NBA All-Star Weekend. Oh, no. That's not good.
Don't get me wrong. The Super Bowl does bring out that same crowd, too, now.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's just a much larger crowd.
Yeah, I don't remember seeing a lot of that at the Super Bowl.
Look, you ain't see what I saw.
We run in different circles, is all I'm saying.
Pennies.
Pennies.